Does it become a real pain in this car, or is it just a little bit of inconvenience?
So bloody annoying. Like, no problem there, it's not wrong, you know, nothing to bother. I mean, it's alright once it's alright going and everything, it's just that, you know, you've got no confidence in it anymore.
Yeah.
You know what it's like.
You're waiting for the time it's just going to let you down.
Yeah.
And it's going to cost you, what, probably €700 for a tow truck or something.
That's not it. You should start up.
Right.
But only what happens is, when it doesn't start, I have to leave it for 5 minutes.
Then come back and it'll start.
And it'll start.
It's like the wiring room after, like, you know, after they get old, you know, start to burn through. I think it's probably some sort of built-in redundancy thing to wear out after a while, you know.
Yeah, probably.
Just so you have to buy another car or spend a fortune fixing it. Other than that, it's probably reliable, is it?
Yeah.
It's reliable apart from the electrical issue. As you say, I was planning just to go away for a little wee trip on this, but if it's playing up, what's the point? It's not worth the risk.
What happened was, I came back in October, and a week or so later, I put it in for its MOT. Thank God I got its MOT done before it went. So I've done its MOT, passed its, got it serviced.
Is it ITV or whatever it's called, yeah?
ITV. And then about a week later, the bloody lights started coming up.
On the dashboard, the red lights.
On here, you know. And you can still see something on there. Look, code 0, and they should be getting the radios on there.
No, it's had an electrical fault.
Yeah.
So it's lost the radio code, so you got no radio now.
Yeah. So anyway, I took it back to Ford, and I don't know what the hell they've done with it. Charge it 38 quid equivalent. They're doing something to it. And the bloke said, if it happens, just bang the top.
Well, bang the roof.
Bang here.
Alright.
I thought, well, that's a good cure. He said, otherwise it'll have to go to Madrid. I suppose on their special diagnostic thing.
Yeah.
Right? And it's very, very expensive. Now, he didn't say how much it was.
Right.
But I've been on various Ford Focus forums and that. And the stories you get are bloody horrendous. Some people are paying 300 and 400 quid. And other people are paying 3,000, you know.
It's all over the shop.
And
it's the it's a wiring loom. I think that's what the problem was with that B-Max we had. There's the wiring loom on it.
Yeah.
It went.
Now, Darren, you know, Brenda was out here.
Mm-hmm.
And her son-in-law and her grandson came out on a bloody motorbike thing somewhere up near Mercia.
Mm-hmm.
And he's got a garage, and he said he's had loads of Fords in our fault.
When's the last time you had the starting problem? That's the thing, because it seems to be starting every time.
I'll go out again today. I'm trying to prove me a liar, isn't it? What I try and do is try and negotiate when I'm going to go and how many stops I'm going to do. The most of it was 4 starts one day.
Yeah. It wouldn't start 4 times.
No, 4 times it started. That was the most. Other times it's been twice, and then the 3rd time. I mean, it does start. It's just you sit there and you know, sit there for 5 minutes or so.
Yeah. The owner manual here. It's all be in Spanish, won't it?
No, it's in English.
You want the tip? Put the rubbish out. Must be radio code. Must be somewhere. Well, that's the card to write it on, but there's nothing on it.
Well, you get Spanish channels anyway.
Yeah.
You got a few English there, but the reception's horrible.
You can't use it. You can't use a CD player either, can you?
I don't know. I haven't tried it yet. I've never tried it once actually.
Never used it once.
No.
Oh, I'll take this in the house and we'll get back and have a read. See if we can figure it out.
I think it's just something to do with the electric fault, that's all.
Oh, it is. It's lost power. Well, what happens with the radios, with the security code in the radios, is the lock when they lose power. There's usually you had your battery changed, didn't you?
Yeah.
That's usually what does it. It's either loss of power or battery change, and then you have to put your radio code back in. Just so if someone nicks it and pulls out the car, it loses the little drip, trickle of energy it gets and it resets. That's for the code.
I'll drive with the car if you want some fuel.
Alright.
Then you can have a drive it tonight.
We'll drive back if you want.
Yeah.
Start again. Hey? Not the car. Hey.
It's got a cold thing up, look.
Alright. Yeah, aye, in Spain, got the ice warning on.
Must be really coming down from the north.
Yeah, well, it's I mean, it's warm in the house, and as I say, warm in the house and warm in the car at home. But you go outside, it's bitter. It's like there's always black ice in the morning and that, you know.
Well, you don't have any of that here.
So just waiting for the big flurry of global warming to hit us, you know.
Yeah.
Big onrush of global warming.
Global cooling, isn't it?
Yeah, that's what I mean. Massive piles of snow building up. Do that global warming again.
Yeah. Last year, it's just unbelievable that last winter.
Yeah.
It was so bloody warm.
You go in the garage to fill up, aren't you?
Yeah. It was so warm.
In the winter time.
Yeah, I mean,
And it's like a switch once it gets a certain amount of
I just don't know why.
cold coming down from the north, it just switches and then it pushes back all the warm fronts, doesn't it?
We didn't have any. Well, we had. I think it rained twice through the whole from October through to when we came home in April.
Yeah.
It rained twice, and it wasn't very heavy. And the rest of the time it was. I mean, it was still a bit chilly at night, but during the day it was really warm. I mean, I photographed the Peter and Heather when they were up on New Year. You know, it was very hot. It's about 126 unless you go to Torrevieja, you can get it. Or if you go near that place where I get the blooming. I'm going to go and get the remote.
It's about 116 at home, so it's just the same price all across Europe, basically, isn't it? It's not a self-service then, no.
No.
Right. Knocked, is it? So where do you go now?
I go back to
Back down to Benijofar.
Benijofar, yeah.
Right, first time I've driven a right hand car in a few years. Same old. There you go. What do we do? Just go around left here?
Yeah, I'll show you what you do. Just carry on.
Remember, right hand side of the road. I just about got used to it when I was coming out often, you know, but just I've not been here for a few years, so just wanted to give it a go again. Yeah.
Right hand side.
Sure, the wipers are on this side, aren't they? We're going right over.
Follow him round.
Alright. Is this one way or?
One way.
Right.
And you want to go left at the top.
Yeah, okay, then.
Be careful because the sight from that side's a bit iffy when you get to the top there where he is.
Yeah. It's a bit disorientating when you've not drove on the left hand side for a while. Or you put the steering wheel on the other side.
They're all right, yeah.
As I say, I was getting used to it when I was doing it often, coming abroad. I mean, you've not been abroad in 4 years, it just takes a little bit of...
Yeah, it just takes a while to get used to the fact you're driving. I mean, it's basically the same, it's just everything's reversed.
Everything's reversed, yeah, it's just...
You know.
That's why I wanted to do it, just to keep me mind fresh of the idea of driving on the other side.
Yeah, obviously going right at the roundabout.
Yeah.
And then it's just straight away. Carry on.
Just keep an eye out for them coming, looking as though they're going straight over and signalling at the very last minute. There you go, I think I've got this knacked again already. Easy peasy.
Doesn't take 5 minutes, does it?
Nah. got you driving on the wrong side of the road at the moment. Remember that when you're driving right isn't always right.
And the fact that they very rarely signal you.
Yeah, well, yeah, I don't try to judge how fast they're going to be coming to this juncture before I pull out in front of them.
He didn't signal him again, did he?
And then the car spins its wheels. There you go. So 80 kilometres down here. 80 kilometres down here then, yeah. Stick out this bag and take your time. Well, apart from the fact that you've got this electrical fault that I haven't seen yet, it just seems to be driving as normal as ever. Yeah. Cruise control still work. Maybe it's not. We can figure out how to turn it on. On. How do you set it? Ah, there you go, set. Yeah, cruise control still working fine. Tell me what speed I've set it to. Can't see. It's whatever I see on the dial.
So I'll come back from the UK. It takes me a few minutes once I drive the car to get orientated, you know. Just straight across.
Just a good to have a go, just to stay in practice, especially when you've not done it for a few years. Because once you do it all the time, you can easily. I found once I was doing it all the time, I found I could just jump from left hand drive to right hand drive straight away. You know, your mind got used to it. But say if you've been out of practice and not done it in a few years, you just you lose the orientation a bit, don't you? But,
yeah, once you've done it.
I think I'm already making the adjustments. So
yeah.
Just there's this. Was a T-junction in Benijofar where you got to give way to all sides or something, isn't it?
Well, not when you're turning right.
Just when you're turning left from the tobaccoist.
In fact, when we get the Benijofar, I wanted to pull into a disabled spot just past the chemist.
Alright.
Switch the engine off because I want to go to the chemist and I want to go to the bank for maybe 5 or 10 minutes.
Alright.
And then wait up to experience the on-off thing.
Yeah. Well, I'll come.
Have a cup of coffee. Wait.
Yeah. I'll come with you then for a walk into the chemist and that. And you could drive the car back because I've had me driving.
You've had your stint of it.
I've had me stint of driving on the wrong side of the road for a bit.
Just coming on the left here because they come fleeing on.
They don't signal some of them as well, do they?
Yeah, they don't.
Might just stay in this lane all the way around, don't I? I can nip out between him, I suppose. Yeah, plenty of time.
And you've got to watch them here now when as well. They come fleeing out these side roads, they don't bloody watch.
You just look.
They look right, yeah.
Still works.
Bloody look at that. I can't believe it.
Never
Only
mind.
4 degrees, you see that? Not,
I would have I think it's been a bit cooler when I've been here. See if it starts playing up when the weather heats up, because then it might be just some wire expanding itself and causing a dodgy connection. You know, plastic and metal expands and shrinks. A little video on YouTube asking what's wrong with our focus. Anyone know what's wrong with it? Up straight away again.
that's what happens.
Oh yeah, totally gone.
Transmission function.
So what do I have to do? Wait a bit.
Yeah, it's play fault, system fault.
Transmission function, engine, system fault. Is that it? So everything, all the lights come on, what you do, just turn it off and wait a bit.
Turn it off and wait. Sit here.
Hopefully it'll turn over next time.
Yeah, well, just leave for 5 minutes. Normally what I do is get me, that's why I bring my phone this time to read my book.
Yeah.
5 minutes and then, you know.
So it has to be a proper 5 minutes before it...
Yeah.
So it's been a good 8 or 9 turnovers anyway before it's happened.
Yeah, yeah. Now what should happen now is when it comes on again, we should get the light, we should get the ASP light on on here.
Yeah. I don't know what the one the plants in Germany had. Oh, there you go. Works fine now.
Yeah.
So at least we didn't have to go for a cup of coffee. So it's not really that much of an inconvenience, though, is it? Really, when you think about it. Has there been times when you've tried that a few times and it's not worked?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
But normally, as I say, I just sit and.
Don't see anything. All clear still.
As I say, normally what happens is when the light comes on.
Yeah.
The ESP light. An ESP fault.
It's not come on this time.
Yeah.
There's been times where it's like just done it like every other time or something, hasn't it?
Yeah. But then it goes for a couple of days where it doesn't happen, you know. But I say, it doesn't give you any confidence in the car.
Yeah.
But you know, if you're going to pay €3,000 out, whatever it is, whatever the price may be, to say it's sorted, it's a hell of a price, isn't it?
Well, it's I mean, it's a big chunk of wood under the car, that.
I mean, if you had plenty of money, you'd be saying to yourself, well, I've got to pay the $3,000 towards a new car.
If we'd been in the situation, my financial situation would be in the past, that's probably what we would have done, isn't it?
Yeah. So I've had it 10 years, you know.
I mean, how long did we have that Space Cruiser at that time? Only 3 years before it had a major fault? And then we've got another one.
4 years.
4 years?
4 years
We're planning on keeping that one, but after the petrol station put diesel in the wrong pumps and ruined the engine, we just even though it was fixed by it, it didn't run the same, did it, afterwards? So we just got another one.
But I mean, the thing is, what do you call it? That Toyota thing that we had for 4 years. What was it? Space Cruiser.
Space Cruiser, yeah.
The thing was, it was only about a couple of months after we got a new car that they come up and said, oh, there's been a fault on the Space Cruisers with something to do with the transmission or something, and I'll take them all back to put them right.
Yeah, we've got another car by then.
we've got a new car, you know.
But the thing is, we were having problems with it at the time, so it would have been, we had paid up front to get things fixed, wouldn't we?
Yeah.
Before we knew that, so. It's kind of like this, it's over 10-year-old, so even if there was a known fault, Ford's not going to fix it now, is it?
Yeah.
It would be nice, even if I mean, I think they would do that up to maybe 6-year-old. They would recall it, but I think there's a certain cut-off point where they just don't recall their old cars back to unless it's like
they'll tell you the date, won't they? They give you the date, you know, like if cars after a certain date, bring it back.
Unless it's like a real crash safety thing, like an airbag fault or a seatbelt fault or a brakes fault. But a starting fault's not really covered under risk of death stuff, is it? It's not lying though, is it?
Raining.
It's like slushy rain. It's not proper snow. Proper heavy set snow. See if I can get somewhere where it's not really coming out well on the phone. You need something to put it up against, but it's just not picking it up. Just trying to get snowflakes in front of the camera. Right. Going up the tab shop. Are you going to get your... Whoa. Let's see, let's see. It's middle hour of the
Bloody mate. Bloody sod.